Good evening to all of you and thanks for joining this Q3 FY19 earnings call for Cupid Limited. We have mailed the press release and the results to you. I hope you have received the same and we have also uploaded this on our website and the stock exchanges. To discuss the results and address the queries of the investors, we have with us Mr. Om Garg, Chairman and Managing Director of the company. Mr. Garg will give a brief overview of the quarter gone past and then we'll open the floor over to Q&A session. I would like to remind you that everything said on this call that reflects any outlook for the future or which can be construed as a forward-looking statement must be viewed in conjunction with the uncertainties and the risks that we face. These uncertainties and risks are included but not limited to what we have mentioned in the prospectus filed with SEBI and subsequent annual report which you can find on the website. With that said, let me hand over the call over to Mr. Garg. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Vinay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Cupid Limited, I would like to welcome you all to the third quarter FY19 earnings call. By now, I assume that most of you have seen the press release. However, I would like to point out a couple of significant events during the quarter. First of all, the decrease in sale was due to shifting of two major orders from two new customers from the third quarter into the fourth quarter. And the main reason for that was that the confirmed LC was not received in time from these two buyers, and we did not want to take a credit risk on these new customers. The second point is that we, during the year and the quarter in particular, our order book increased substantially. Right now, it stands at record 130 crore as of January 1. This is the best ever we had, and the split between male condoms and female condoms are 70 CR and 60 CR respectively. In addition to these two major points, there were few other highlights. I would briefly mention those. Number one, through an international tender and competitive bidding, Cupid received orders for female condom and also for male condoms from South African government. We have received the male condom order for the first time from this market, which requires a minimum of 1 billion male condoms per year for the last several years and projected into next several years. Second point is that we got Cupid trademark registered in Brazil, which has allowed us to participate in the international tender requirements for both these products. Third important highlight is that during the quarter, Cupid received a pre-qualification status from WHO UNFPA. This was renewed for a 3-year period, not only for our Cupid 1 female condom, but also our newly launched and WHO-approved Cupid 2 female condoms, as well as for the male condom. So these three pre-qualifications, they give us a heads up in terms of qualifying to participate in the tenders, and also helps us to increase our orders from some of our private customers. In addition, we during the quarter, Cupid has applied for its female condom trademark under Cupid Angel name with the US FDA. Also, during the quarter, we have signed a contract with an international group to conduct a contraceptive efficacy study which is required by US FDA. This study involves participation by about 270 women for a period of 6 months. This is to prove the efficacy or the efficiency of Cupid female condoms to make sure there is no pregnancy occurring during this trial period. And these results of this survey should be out by January 2020. Further, in terms of the order book, we expect better funding from all the 5 sources, i.e. global funds. They have increased their funding for male and female condom procurements. Also, WHO or UNFPA. Third one are the international NGOs like Mary Stopes International London and PSI and DKT Washington DC, and also from national governments. 3 governments are very active in supporting the condoms procurement program from their own funds, in addition to the international donor funding. These are Brazil, South Africa, and India. The way I see the business growing, the demands are coming from lower and middle income countries who could not afford to buy the condoms earlier. The trend seems to be more and more demand coming from Central America, from Sub-Sahara Africa, and the CIS countries. Going forward, we believe that prospects for growth at Cupid are very promising, and we are projecting an increase of 12 to 15% year on year in revenue over the next 3 to 5 years. And we expect some more additional orders during the calendar year 19. Now I would like to open the meeting for a Q&A session. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on the touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking your question. Anyone who would like to ask a question, please press star and 1 at this time. The first question is from the line of Omkar Kulkarni, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Good afternoon. Yeah, my question is regarding the shipping of 2 orders which you got from customers instead of Q3. So what was the size of that order? And like, you haven't received the LC for that, so those orders are confirmed or they are not confirmed yet?
No, both the orders are confirmed. On one case, we have already received the confirmed LC last Friday, and also on the second large order, the payment has been initiated through RTZ wire, and we are expecting it to be received later on in this week.
Yeah, and what was the approximate size of that order, if you could?
These 2 specific orders which have been delayed are about 12 CR total, 7 plus 5.
Okay, so if this would have been happened at this quarter, your revenue would have been approximately 20-22 crores, right?
It would be between 22 and 23.
Okay. Okay, yeah. The next question is regarding Brazil. What is the quantum of orders you are expecting from Brazil market, sir?
Okay, we are expecting 29.3 million out of a total order of 35 million. So the balance 6 million has been allocated to our competitors.
So it has been already allocated to the other companies?
The 6 million has been allocated to them, and 29.3 has been published in the Brazilian government gazette, and it has been issued to our local partner in Brazil. However, now our partner is going through the internal formalities and arranging the funding to be transferred.
Okay, so the 29 million pieces worth of order has been already received by Cupid.
Yes, but we are only taking in our confirmed order book about 12 crores out of the total order of 66 crores. If you take 39.3 million pieces, the total value would be about 66 CR.
And this is for male or female answer?
This is a female order, and as you know, Brazil is the largest market, and now the annual Carnival festival is coming there from March 1st to March 10th, and they are requesting Cupid to dispatch the goods by air because they need these condoms, Cupid condoms, very badly there.
Okay, so just to be clear, we have received 66 crore worth of order.
But we are getting the funding in 5 tranches. 40% of 66 crore would be coming in the first tranche, and the other 60% would follow. But the entire order has to be delivered and sealed in 285 days, or in other words, within 1 year, the total 66 crore worth of goods have to be delivered to them.
Okay, and out of that, how much is in the already accounted order book?
It's only the first 28 CR.
Okay, so the rest is still not included in the order book?
No, once we get the confirmed order with a payment plan, then we would include it, most likely in the next update after the March quarter results in, say, May.
Okay, and if I may ask, what has stood out for Cupid? So they got, Cupid got 29 million pieces order out of 35 million pieces. Is just the lowest cost produce or anything else?
No, our cost actually was not the lowest. The main reason we believe is that Cupid's track record of supplying 44 million pieces of female condoms over the last 3 years to South Africa. All the orders, the entire 104 crore orders were dispatched on time and received very well in the 9 provinces in South Africa. In addition, we also have an excellent track record in terms of quality and delivery with UNFPA and WHO. So we believe that Cupid's reputation as a supplier of high-quality female condoms is the main reason that we are getting increasing allocations from these different tenders.
Okay, so FCA also participated in this tender, sir?
They did. FCA, I believe they did, and I believe they got that remaining 6 million.
Okay, so it is Cupid and FC, they have got the total order.
I believe so.
Okay, one last question on US FDA. So you have said that it will be finished till first half of FY20, that is 2020, the survey. So we are looking, what is the procedure after that, sir?
Okay. After that, the procedure would be that US FDA would be reviewing all the documents we would be submitting for the 510K, and they will take, I believe, few months before they qualify Cupid female condoms under the new category of Class 2 for public distribution. We do not know exactly how long US FDA would take, but as I have mentioned in the previous calls, we have taken a very important step in terms of organizing this clinical study, or what we are calling it pregnancy study, on an international level.
So like the commencement won't be before 2021, that's for sure.
Most likely it depends how fast US FDA starts to process.
It may be in 2021, that's it, right? Not before that.
I think it would be a safe assumption.
Okay. Okay, thanks a lot. I'll join back in the queue. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Ashif Patel from Igloo Capital. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. So, hello, am I audible there?
Oh, very good, sir. How are you doing?
Very fine, sir. Hope you are doing amazing, sir. Sir, I had several queries. First of all, we did a capex of 40%, right, on our existing plant. We increased the capacity from 400 million to 560 million. So of the 160 million addition, how much is female condom capacity added and male condom added?
No, I'm sorry. Please repeat your question.
We did capacity expansion in our existing plant.
Right.
Of 40% from older 400 million capacity of condoms to 560 million.
Correct.
So, of the addition of 160 million capacity, I wanted to know the breakup between male condoms and female condoms.
Yes.
So, what is the breakup?
Breakup would be 52 million female condoms and about 410 million male condoms. Each female condom is approximately 3 times the capacity of male condom.
Okay, got it.
And the reason, of course, we are preparing for 52 million female condom is that we are expecting to participate again in year 2020, both from the Brazilian tender, South African tender, and also WHO UNFPA.
Mm-hmm. And regarding Brazilian tender, you said around 66 CR of order is with agent of Cupid in Brazil, right?
Yes, it has been allocated, but we have the confirmed order only for the 40% of the quantity, like I mentioned earlier.
For 50% of the quantity, right?
We have already received a confirmation, purchase orders, and all the paperwork for the first 40%. The balance 60% should follow. And as I mentioned earlier, the total order has to be executed in less than a year.
But will we be able to do it from our existing plant? Because we also need to cater to government order, Government of India 25 CR order, the recent one which you got in November.
Yeah, that is the one for male condoms. That order to Government of India would come out of that 410 million male condom capacity we have.
Okay. And Brazilian tender order is entirely female condom, right, sir?
Right now it is entirely female condoms.
Mm-hmm. And the Tanzania tender you have filed for 70 million condoms?
Yes, 17 million is the total order, and this is, we had won this again also through international tender process, and that would be delivered within next 6 months. So to give you a more complete picture, up to third quarter, up to December 31st, our top line is 47 crores in approximate numbers, and we expect to dispatch between 45 to 50 CR in the fourth quarter. So the projected total top line would be between 92 CR and 97 CR, assuming everything goes well as per our projection.
But sir, for that, the March quarter, the fourth quarter of this fiscal, you will need to post 40 CR of sales because in three quarter we have already only posted 50 CR of sales until now.
In the first 3 quarters, we had 47 CR.
Yeah. So the March quarter should have higher top line comparatively.
Yes, it should, because it's the economics of scale and the expanded capacity, and I think it should reflect in the bottom line as well.
And sir, regarding South African tender, the 120 million tender was divided into 3 tranches, right? So what about second and third tranche? Any update over there?
Like I had mentioned in the last call, out of the 3-year tender from South Africa, 120 million, they had allocated only for the first year, only for the 40 million pieces. Year 2 and year 3 allocations have not been made. We believe it will be done around July to September period, 2019, for the following 2 years.
And last Concall, the reason you mentioned for lower proportion of order to Cupid was that we are entering into JV, but then you cancelled the JV decision, right, sir? So now after JV decision cancellation, do you expect higher proportion of orders from South African government for the next upcoming 2 tranches?
Well, first of all, the JV project is still under review. We have both challenges and opportunities in JV as the government's demand and schedule of supply have been changed a couple of times in the past. So we are still reviewing their latest proposal, and the result should be out before the end of March about Cupid's participation in the JV. Now, if we do decide to participate, it would be 16 million of female condom additional order from October 19 to September 2020. And in the following year, from October 20 to September 21, it will be 24 million orders, which will be allocated to the joint venture group. But the year 2 and year 3 allocation, we really do not know how much Cupid would get. We would, of course, try for the maximum possible.
And if we don't enter into JV, then are we expected to get a higher proportion of tender order?
Yes, I think if we end up not participating in JV, we should be expecting a higher amount in year 2 and year 3.
Okay. But sir, that would be best option, na? If you are not, you should not participate in JV, and even then you will be supplying raw material to the JV partner. There
are both positives and few negatives in terms of the JV projects. The positives are that the customer is ready, which is the government of South Africa. We don't have to go out and do any active marketing. And also we are transferring the technology and skills for which Cupid would be receiving a royalty, and the raw materials and semi-finished goods would still be exported from India by Cupid. So there are quite a few advantages. Plus, looking ahead, this will open a door for Cupid in the entire sub-Sahara African countries. There are 2 or 3 other countries which have shown interest in setting up JVs with Cupid, technical collaboration. Now, on the challenge side, of course, there is always a concern about the productivity levels there, some quality of work until people are trained, and of course, the overall investments involved in the project.
an entire raw material for the year 1 16 million piece in JV and year 2 24 million piece. Entire raw material would be collected from Cupid?
Exactly right.
And the margins in those would be around roughly 50% EBITDA margins, right, sir?
Say that again, please.
EBITDA margins for the raw material to JV would be 50%, right?
Yeah, 45 to 50%.
Okay, got it. And regarding Government of India order of 25 CR, which we recently received, what are the margins on that?
Margins there are about 15 to 16%.
15 to 16%.
Right.
Any bigger orders you are expecting from Government of India?
No, the Government of India is considering another tender for about 250 crores. And that would be cleared only after this budget on February 1.
But of the 250 CR, HLL would be getting 75%, if I'm not mistaken.
Say that again, please.
Of the 250 CR of government tender, HLL would be getting, our competitor would be getting majority as it is PSU.
Well, it all depends how the prices would be and what kind of material the government is looking for and which manufacturer can offer the maximum options or types of condoms. As you know, out of the 10 local Indian manufacturers, not everyone is equipped to produce and deliver all the varieties of male condoms which Cupid can.
Exactly. Regarding Tanzania government order, we also got the tender order in that, Tanzania?
Yes, Tanzania, like I mentioned, we got about 16 CR order from government of Tanzania.
That is regarding female condoms, right?
No, that is male condoms. This is the first order ever we got from that part of Africa, and that is another big opportunity for us going ahead, not only for male condoms, but also for female condoms.
Thank you. I would request Mr. Patel to come back in queue for follow-up questions. We'll move to the next question, which is from the line of Bhavin Shah from Samiksha Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. This is Chitranga this side.
How are you?
I'm very good, sir. How are you?
Good. Thank you.
Sir, I have few doubts. I missed some of your commentary. So if you can just refresh that. You said that about next year and the next quarter included, the total order book is 130 crores.
Say that again, ma'am.
Your total order book currently is 130 crores?
30 crores when?
130 crores.
Oh, 130 crores is our order book as of January 1. Yes.
So what are you expecting? How much of that 130 crores are you expecting to be fulfilled in quarter 4? And how much of that will be fulfilled in calendar year 20?
Okay, 50 crores approximately, 45 to 50 crores will be processed in FY19, and the balance 80 odd crores, 80 to 85 would be processed for FY20. And we expect some more orders, of course, based on the pattern we have established to exceed the top line in March 20 beyond 80 CR.
Okay, so that 80 to 85 crores, which is the balance you expect to be fulfilled in FY20, that includes the 12 crores order from Brazil?
That includes, yes, 12 crores from Brazil as well.
And 25 crore order from Government of India?
Correct.
So, remaining then 40 crores odd business is will be from South Africa and Tanzania combined, or are we missing some order here?
No, 16 crores from Tanzania is separate from a total of 40 crore orders from South Africa, 20 crore of which is male condom, which we are supplying for the first time, and the other 20 crore is for female condoms. So these are two separate orders, 40 from South Africa and 16 from Tanzania, all to be processed within the next 12 months.
So basically you additionally, that 130 order book can further increase after I include that 66 crores remaining order from Brazil that you expect to receive.
Right now, this 130 crore includes 66 crores.
Oh, it includes 66 crores. Okay. Okay. So my next question is pertaining to basically now that you have got Brazil registration and you have received the first order of Brazil, you said that you have a local partner there. So what is exactly the strategy that you're going to follow in Brazil, and what can we expect in terms of order book going forward from Brazil, keeping aside this 66 crores?
Yes. As I have mentioned in the past, we have been doing research on the Brazilian market as well as 3 other Latin American countries for the last 5 years. And of course, Brazil is the largest and the most promising one. We have already initiated the process of registering our male condoms in Brazil, and also in addition to our female condoms being sold to Government of Brazil, the 66 CR order, we are also allowed to supply to the different states within within Brazil. Like the state of Sao Paulo has already requested us to give them a quotation. Just like Indian states and procurement from Delhi, they also have a 2-tier system. So we are hoping some more business from female condoms as well as male condoms from Brazil. And we are looking at also the possibility of supplying some lubricant jelly over there.
And what is the margins that you expect from the business in Brazil, given that you have a local partner there? For female condoms, we expect about 40 to 45% EBITDA. Male condom would be more like 15 to 20, and lubricants would be about 50% EBITDA. So similar to what you're currently having margins. Okay. Thank you, sir. I'll take any other questions offline. Thank you. That's all from my end.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Yash Shah, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, sir. Firstly, I would like to congratulate you on a wonderful set of orders. I just have one question. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please. I can hear you.
Yes, sir. I just have one question, actually. And there's been almost the 50% drop that you have attributed to the order being transferred from Q3 to Q4. So does that mean that the orders from the previous quarter, the customers of the previous quarter, is there a decline in the existing customers, or was that a limited specific purchase order?
No, it's an open order, and as they make us the payment, we dispatch the orders. And especially these 2 customers are the new customers. So we were waiting for the funds to be cleared before we could dispatch. However, these orders are part of their overall request. Like in case of Tanzania, 16 crores, and in Brazil, a total of 66 CR.
Right, sir. Right. Those are related to the new orders. So I just want to ask about the older customers. That in September 2018 quarter, we posted 21.36 crores of revenue.
Correct.
So there's been a drop in the older customers. Has there been a drop in the orders from the older customers?
No, most of those orders were completed.
Okay, they were limited orders, right?
Exactly.
There was no droppage of customers or losing out on customers.
No, and they were not carryover either.
All right, great. Okay, thank you so much. That was just my question.
You're welcome.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Tanmay Shah from Shah Investments. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thank you for taking my question. Sir, I wanted to ask you regarding FTA. Do you think that after it gets downgraded, there will be more competition in this space and that will impact margins?
It's quite possible with more players coming in. That is always a possibility. However, it takes about 5 years for any new player to initiate a project to manufacture female condoms, going through the testing, clinical trials, and all the other regulatory requirements like ISO and WHOs. So yes, there is always a possibility that competition would put some pressure on margins, but then in the meantime, Cupid is already taking steps to work on the next style of female condoms. Like I mentioned in my introductory remarks, we now have 2 Cupid models which are pre-qualified by WHO and UNFPA. No other company in the world has 2 female condoms which are pre-qualified for worldwide public distribution. So we will be marching ahead as well with new research while the potentially new customers start to build up their project.
Sure, sir. Thank you. And sir, the other question I had was some of the other products with similar raw materials like silicone and latex, baby bottle nipples or menstrual cups and all those. Are you pursuing any other kind of products in the sexual wellness and social awareness kind of space?
Yes, we are exploring those possibilities, but we haven't quite decided. However, like you are mentioning, it would be logical to go into businesses which are using the same raw material like rubber latex.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much. That's it.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Vaibhav Joshi from Bluegrass Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Vaibhav.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. This is Vaibhav. Sir, can you hear?
We can hear you, Vaibhav. Please go ahead and request you to use the handset mode.
Yeah. Sir, my question to you is, for the domestic sales, apart from the government orders, do you also have a separate retail sales? And if so, could you just give us a flavor of the local distribution network?
I'm sorry. Could you please repeat your question?
Yeah, my question pertains to domestic sales. Could you help as to how much your domestic sales come from?
Sorry to interrupt you, Vaibhav. Your voice is breaking up. Can you please check on your phone network?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I would request you to keep the mouthpiece a little away from your phone.
Right.
Thank you.
So my question pertains to your domestic operation as to how much of your domestic sales come from government orders, if any, and balance the open orders, number one. Number two would be how much touch points or distributors would you have?
Okay. Over 60% of the domestic orders are coming from the government order, from the Ministry of Health. Another 25 to 30% from the third-party job work, and the balance 5 to 7% coming from B2C. And we have decided to market our condoms in India through wholesalers as opposed to marketing it through a sales force, which obviously is quite expensive, not only in terms of manpower cost, but also in terms of the advertising cost, both print and television. And the margins are rather limited, and we have learned from other people's experience and decided to use this wholesaler model, whereby we are slowly increasing our domestic sales.
So can you help me with the number of wholesalers that you have currently?
Number of?
Wholesalers?
We have about 15 wholesalers from Guwahati to Bombay and from Jammu to Cochin.
Can we have a distribution, the break between the male condoms and the female condoms for the domestic market?
Now, mostly we are talking about male condoms. Most of our female condoms are being sold online. We are selling about 20 to 30,000 pieces of female condoms through online sales.
So as a percentage of your sales in the domestic market, is it right to say that 80% would come from male condoms?
In the domestic market.
Yeah. Is it the right?
Sorry to interrupt you, Vaibhav, but your voice is breaking up and it's very difficult for us to understand what you're asking.
Yeah.
May I request you to dial back, sir, from a different phone, and with that we'll take your question. Thank you very much. In the meanwhile, we'll move to the next question, which is from the line of Puneet Mittal from Global Core Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, thank you for the opportunity. I just wanted to loop back. I think a couple of quarters ago, you were talking about new products, which is the hand sanitizer, some other creams, and so forth. So what's the status with that?
Okay. We have launched our hand sanitizers online sale and also started to export. We are projecting a sale of 1 CR in next 12 months. And second product is water-based lubricant jelly, which we have sold already about 3 CR, and we are projecting a sale of 6 CR. Recently, we got a major order from Austria for the jelly. And so these two products are going to expand in terms of sales volume. We are working on some of the other products, but we have not yet commercialized them, including the wipes, the second generation female condoms, and some of those creams and lotions. We are also exploring the possibility of outsourcing these products as opposed to setting up our own infrastructure.
Okay, thank you. The next question, I think one of the potential hiccup is that most of our business is based on tender, and which is not a steady stream business. So is the company thinking about some form of joint venture, some form of business model where we can have a sustainable, at least a basic sustainable business throughout the year?
So I'm sorry, what's the question? Could you please repeat again?
The question is, most of our business is based on tenders, right? And which is very inconsistent. You get some business for certain quarters, and then for certain quarters it may just the orders book may be very small, or there's not enough orders to use the capacity. Is there a possibility to work on a model where you can have a steady stream of orders even with lower margin throughout the year by partnering with some other players and so forth? Basically,
this is a very practical suggestion, and we are open for consideration. However, the tender business has grown so much in volumes that it is not up and down business anymore. If you look at the last 5 years of our sales, from 20 CR to almost 85 CR, every year we increased due to repeated and new tender business. However, your suggestion is highly valuable, and we should be looking at this new line of business which would give a steady revenue to us.
Thank you so much for the consideration. And just the last question to loop back into what you were talking about, the order book. If I understand correctly, you said 130 crore order book, and out of that, 66 is for Brazil, 40 crore is for South Africa, and 25 is for India, and 16 is for Tanzania. But if you add up all of that, that should be a bit higher than the numbers that you're quoting. So what am I missing there?
No, you are correct, but some of the orders have already been dispatched. For example, South Africa, some of the orders have been dispatched, and some from Tanzania.
Understood. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you so much for the clarification. Thanks.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Vaibhav Bajatia from HNI Investment. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi sir. Thanks for providing the opportunity, but my question has been answered. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Rahul Parnami, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hello. Good afternoon. Sir, I have two questions. One was regarding any update. Would you like to update on your search for the CEO?
Okay. We have been continuously looking at different resumes and with people with different backgrounds. Unfortunately, we have not been able to locate the right type of individual who could look after not only our sales and marketing, but also who could grow the company inorganically. In spite of all that, I think the way our current marketing team is working, I'm very much satisfied with their performance. We are constantly getting new orders from new territories, from new customers, and unless we get the new CEO with a strong marketing background, hopefully he would enhance our efforts further. So we have been looking for a suitable one, but so far we have had no luck.
Okay, sir. So my second question is that regarding you said that there is expansion of capacity by 40%. Now, with the new capacity, what would be the utilization of the plant?
Inflation cost of the plant?
No. With the new capacity, you have expanded. We have invested in kind of expanding the capacity of the plant.
Right.
Now, with the new capacity, what would be the utilization you are expecting?
We are expecting between 90 to 92% utilization.
Okay, and that would be in the next financial year, or how is that?
Including this fourth quarter, as well as in the next financial year, up to March 20.
Oh, okay. So do you think that is more than sufficient, or will that be that you would again look at further capex?
Right now, we don't see any major requirements for capex unless the market explodes due to HIV prevention or due to prevention of unintended pregnancies. But normally, I would not think we would need any capital expenditure in next 2 to 3 years. Major one, anyway.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Hardik Patel, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to know the progress on the capex that we are doing, the expansion. Is it already completed, the entire 560 million?
We have completed majority of it. We still have about 6 weeks work left, which we plan to finish it by before the year end.
Okay. And another thing, I just wanted to understand, the Brazil order, which 6 million has not been allocated to us. Any idea why such a small quantity was given to some other party and the rest was given to us?
No, they wanted two different types of female condoms. As you know, Cupid is using a natural rubber as raw material, and the other party is using a chemical rubber called nitrile. So the requirement was such that 6 million went to their type of raw material product, and the balance came to Cupid.
Okay, understood, sir. Understood. Thank you. Those were the two questions, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Omkar Kulkarni, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Disconnected.
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
Yeah, just to clear the doubt, earlier you said out of 66, only 28 CR is included in this 130 crore.
130 crores because... Yes.
Yeah, please go ahead, sir.
Because we have not received the confirmation in advance, we are not including right now. However, this quantity is confirmed. It would be reported in due course.
Okay, so as you said, the fourth quarter should see sales of around 45 CR. So left would be 85 CR, right? Confirmed orders.
Yes.
And if you add the leftover quantity of 66 CR, that would come around 123 CR.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes. Once it gets confirmed and is added up to the order book.
Only once it gets confirmed, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the government has issued the orders to our local partners, like I mentioned earlier, but we have not received the advance and the purchase orders as yet.
Okay. So once this quarter ends, you would be having confirmed orders. If you end up with 45 CR worth of revenue this quarter, you would be having 85 CR worth of confirmed orders and the balance remaining out of 66 CR.
Correct.
Okay. And whatever the new orders might come, that would also add up.
Yes. Basically, that's a good summary.
Okay. Okay. The other question was regarding your foray into retail segment. It seems that you have that segment. You are more focusing on government orders as of now.
We are trying to get the orders from any source we can get. Government, non-government, NGOs, private. However, we look at the net margins. If the net margins are much lower in terms of the brand promotion than the other three categories I mentioned, then naturally we would not give the same preference. So we are not particularly looking at any type of the order. Basically, we want to increase the top line as well as the bottom line to grow the business.
Okay, so given the orders you have in your hand, FY20 should be a very good year for Cupid, sir, right?
Say that again, please.
With confirmed orders having 130 CR, the next quarter and the year after that should be a very good year for Cupid.
We hope so.
Okay. Yeah. Another question was regarding, you have already mentioned that, but in the previous calls, but have you been approached by any company?
In terms of what?
Like for buyout or any kind of purpose for that?
Not to us directly.
Thank you. I would request Mr. Kulkarni to come back in queue for follow-up question. We'll move to the next question, which is from the line of Ashraf Patel from Igloo Capital. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask regarding tender business. Always the L1 is preferred, the lowest bidder in all the tender business, say Brazil, South Africa, Tanzania.
No, price of course is a major factor. However, they also look at the quality of product, a track record of the manufacturing company, as well as the delivery, successfully completing delivery on schedule. So there are quite a few factors, but the price, of course, is, I would say, is the major one, assuming the products are both qualified.
Okay. And how the actual sale is done to those NGOs and those governments? Our vendors over there, do they brand it as their own product?
It's done both ways. Sometimes they would take it in Cupid brand, and sometimes they would want us to produce the goods in their own brands.
Okay. And until now, for non-condom capex, the products like lubricants and hand sanitizer, how much capex we have done, roughly?
About 5 CR so far this year, and they are all in Cupid brand.
Okay, so even hand sanitizers and everything is sold with Cupid brand?
Correct.
Okay. And regarding the joint venture in which we were planning in South Africa, we will get, even if we break the joint venture, we will get the 5% royalty over there, right, on the total sales amount?
Yes, correct. We, in addition to our 49% equity, we would also get 5% royalty on all the sales recorded there, sales to the government.
Thank you. I would request Mr. Patel to come back in queue. The next question is from the line of Vaibhav Bajatia from HNI Investment. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi sir, but I lost out between different kind of information provided at different points of time. So can you just give me a breakup of this 130 crore order book country-wise?
I don't have offhand country-wise, but the major orders for male condoms are coming from Government of India, Government of South Africa, Tanzania, and WHO UNFPA. These are the 4 major sources for male condoms. In terms of female condoms, we mentioned this 40% order from Brazil, and earlier we had mentioned from South African government female condoms, and also UNFPA, WHO. These are the 3 major sources for female condoms.
Okay. Okay, that's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Bhavin Shah from Samiksha Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello, Mr. Garg. This is Bhavin. How are you?
Very good, sir. How are you doing?
Very good. Sir, sorry to go back to the same question a little bit. I think there's a little confusion going on. This in 130 crore order book, how much orders from Brazil are included?
28 CR, which is the 40%.
Okay. For the male, for the female condom. Okay, I see.
Female condom. If you take 40% of 66, it comes to about between 26 and 27. So that's the portion we have included in the 130 crore order book.
Right. So the remaining portion between 66 of and the whatever the remaining portion of the 66 is not will be included later on when you get confirmed orders, is what you're saying.
Right now we are not including that, but if it comes through in next 2-3 weeks, of course we would revise the order book.
Right. So yeah, okay. So if indeed you end up getting that order, you could end up looking at 125, 130 crore revenues in FY20.
Assuming everything gets shipped on time, yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We'll take the last question, which is from the line of Puneet Mittal from Global Core Capital. Please go ahead. Puneet, your line is in the talk mode. You may go ahead with your question.
Hi. Sorry. Just one last question. It seems that in FY19 and then again FY20, the company would generate substantial cash flows, and we do not have any capex plan. So, what is the view of the management and the board with respect to the cash that the company holds, or the cash that the company will be generating?
Okay. First of all, we have about 4 to 5 CR capex yet to be spent by March 31st as a part of that expansion order previously reported. Second of all, we like to maintain the dividend as we have been doing in last couple of years. And third one, we are looking at an opportunity for growth, both organic and inorganic. And any cash left out would be used as the opportunities arise from the business prospects.
So, what's the dividend policy of the company?
We are trying to do at least 25%. Last year we did, I think, 4.5 rupees, which was more than 25 for each 10 rupee share. So we'll see how this fourth quarter comes out, and depending on that, then the board will take a call on the quantum of dividend.
Okay. And in terms of the growth, are we looking at some inorganic growth? Anything in pipeline out there?
No, we are just looking at some of the possibilities. Like I mentioned, some of the products related to sexual health and wellness areas, whether we try to manufacture it in-house or outsource it, that is still under consideration.
Okay, got it. Thanks so much. Thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question. I now hand the conference over to the management for closing comments.
So, on behalf of Cupid Limited, I would like to thank all the participants, all the shareholders who have participated in the just concluding earnings call. And we would also like to thank all our customers, employees and vendors for working closely with Cupid, and we look forward to their continuous cooperation. I would like to emphasize that we are working every day for the benefit of shareholders and how to increase the payouts, dividends, bonuses, whatever we can. Our prime objective here is to run the business on 24/7 basis and try to improve wherever we can in terms of cost cutting or in terms of implementing new ideas, but primarily looking for customers all the time from all over the world. So again, thanks very much to all of you on behalf of Cupid Limited.